So let's talk about the downswing. One of the biggest misconceptions that I see with amateur golfers is in the start of the downswing, golfers have this obsession with moving the lower body first. And the problem is that although your lower body maybe from a kinematic sequence might move slightly earlier than your upper body, the key thing there is slightly. And I would say on a conscious level, the idea of trying to lead your lower body first is actually going to hurt your golf swing rather than help it. And this is probably why you're sort of early hip extending. So if I was to hit a shot from this perspective, and I drew a line on the back of my hips here, one of the biggest things that happens with most amateurs is as they start the downswing, they tend to early hip extend or they tend to lose hip depth. But from the face-on perspective, the real reason why that's happening is because you're staying or you're early starting the downswing with what's known as like an early right side bend, right? And the reason why that's happening is because you're leading with the lower body. So we don't want that. So the question should be, well, we need to not do that. What do we do? And the answer is we've got to start the downswing with the feeling of the upper body moving over towards your left leg. Now, if I literally just move my upper body over my left leg and I don't move my pelvis, then we're going to have a problem. So the reality is that we're trying to move both your upper body and your lower body together towards that lead side. But for golfers who struggle with early hip extension, okay, golfers who struggle with standing up, the feeling is going to be your upper body's moving over your lead leg and ahead of your pelvis. In reality, what I'm saying is they're both going to be working very much together. But the point that I'm making is that you have to allow the lower body to move over your lead leg. See, if I do that, see the way now this gives me the ability to get good hip depth, I can then straighten my arm, which gets me dropping that club nicely in that slot, and then I can swing through with freedom. If I move just with my lower body first, see the way my arms are going to get really stuck, and they're going to end up looking this way. And this is why I use the swing buddy a lot, because if you were to use like a little bit of a rope trainer, and you did it lead hand only, you wouldn't lead with the lower body. You wouldn't do this. You would quite naturally turn your chest, and your chest would propel the arm away from the body. So that's what I want you to work on. Get that feeling of the upper body and the lower body moving together as you initiate the downswing, and that is the key move to also helping you resolve that early hip extension. I'll see you guys again really soon.